الوکیل نعم المولى و نعم النصير والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد. صلوا على محمد و آل محمد again. اللهم صل على محمد و بهتری کم دمه. اللهم صل على محمد و آل محمد و بارك على محمد و آل محمد و على آله الطيبين الطاهرين الهداة المهديين. لا سيما بقية الله حجة ابن الحسن المهدي روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء. قال الله العظيم في كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. Recite a great salawat for Hazrat Ali Akbar Salamullah alayhi. First of all, I would like to share with you and express our congratulations to Imam Al-Asr for the birthday of Hazrat Ali Akbar, the oldest son of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So tonight and today belongs to him and also to the youth, Roz Javan. Inshallah, few minutes I will talk about Hazrat Ali Akbar, and then the rest of my lecture is about the youth and whatever we have to do today in our relationship with the youth, inshallah. مدینه و گل لبخند سید الشهداست. Let's happen to Imam Hussein and his wife tonight and give them a bunch of flowers for the birthday of Hazrat Ali Akbar alayhi salam, inshallah. مدینه و گل لبخند سید الشهداست. شب است و خانه سار الله و چراغ هداست. خدا عجب پسری داده بر امام حسین. خدا عجب پسری داده بر امام حسین که پای تا به سر آینه رسول خداست. علی است نام و علی جلوه و علی آیین. علی اکبر علی است نام و علی جلوه و علی است آیین. علی جلال و علی صورت و علی سیماست. یه صلوات داره ها. همانا گرد خورشید ولایت ماه یعنی تو. علی اکبر همانا گرد خورشید ولایت. اینجا ولایت منظور کیه؟ ولایت امام حسین. همانا گرد خورشید ولایت ماه یعنی تو. شهیدان فضیلت را چراغ راه یعنی تو. محمد را تجلای جلال و جاه یعنی تو. ولی الله فرزند ولی الله یعنی تو. به جمالش صلوات گم بفرستید. Unfortunately, we don't have enough knowledge about Ali Akbar. And the reason is clear. Why? Because we only know and hear about Ali Akbar in the time of Karbala and Ashura. That's it. When it is time of Ashura and Karbala, say, okay, one of the son of Imam Hussein is Ali Akbar, and he came to the battle of Karbala and he became martyr, shaheed. That's it. But we don't know about his personality, about his greatness of Ali Akbar. Who is Ali Akbar? He is the oldest son of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein alayhi salam has 3 sons. And he named all of them Ali. And there is a hadith that he said, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me 100 sons, I name all of them Ali. Because he loves Ali. The name Ali is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ali al-A'la. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this name as a gift to Fatima bint Asad inside Kaaba. When Imam Ali alayhi salam was born inside Kaaba. So the name came from Allah by Jibreel and angels. The name Ali. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has named this little boy as Ali by his name. They call Ali ibn Abi Talib. So Imam Hussein loves this name because he loves his father. And his first son is Ali Akbar. And you know, Akbar in Arabic means the oldest. And the second Ali is Ali Awsat. Imam Zain al-Abidin, Imam al-Sajjad is the second son of Imam Hussein. So they call Ali Awsat, the middle one. Awsat means the middle one. And the last son of Imam Hussein, who is the last? I'm asking this young friends. Okay. What's the last son of Imam Hussein that was martyred in the Karbala? It's 4 young people. I'm asking you 4. What's your name? Zain? Zain, no. What's your name? Yes. Jawad, what's your name? Iman, what's your name? And you? MashaAllah. I'm asking you, who is the youngest son of Imam Hussein? Ali Asghar, MashaAllah, beautiful. Recite salawat. You see? Again. So all 3 sons of Imam Hussein are Ali. Ali Akbar, Ali Asghar, and Ali Awsat. 2 Alis were martyred, Akbar and Asghar. But Ali Awsat is Imam Zain al-Abidin, Ali ibn al-Hussein alayhi salam. Now, the greatness of Ali Akbar, his knowledge, he was a scholar, alim. was a scholar, عالم. سوال هست در خدمت هست. His greatness, his عالم, his شجاع, brave. In a meeting, معاویه in شام، دمشق. ببندید که صدای ما مزاحمشون نشه. خدا حفظشون. احترام گذاشتن، رعایت کردن، دستشون درد نکنه و دست شما هم درد نکنه. اللهم صل. این صلواتای بیحال شما، اونا که نمیفهمن هیچی، صلوات محمدی همه با هم. احسنتم، ماشاءالله. You have to prove that you are young. شما جوان هستید. امشب بحث جوانه و جوانان، the youth. So alhamdulillah, everybody here is young. خدا رو شکر. We don't have old people. Everybody is young. احسنتم. So greatness of Hazrat Ali Akbar. In a meeting, Muawiyah asked his companion, his friends, what do you think? Who is good for Khilafah after me and after Hussein ibn Ali? You know, the time of Imam Hassan, they made a sulh, peace between Imam Hassan and Muawiyah. And in that peaceful or peace document, they wrote that Muawiyah is not able, is not permitted to have a Khalifa and Wali'ahd for himself. He cannot appoint somebody as a Khalifa, as a Wali'ahd for himself. It was a part of that peace material, peace document. So Muawiyah is thinking about somebody after himself and after Imam Hassan, because Imam Hassan was martyred, shaheed shud. And now is the time of Muawiyah and Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is alive and Muawiyah is Khalifa. So he is asking some people around him that, who do you think is the best one for this position after me and after Hussein ibn Ali? Somebody says, okay, Qamar Bani Hashim is okay. He's a good person. He says, no. Somebody says, Abdullah ibn Abbas, no. Abdullah ibn Zubair, no. This, that. He said, okay, Muawiyah, who is in your mind? He says, Ali Akbar. Muawiyah says. And he gives some explanation and some greatness about, he talks about Ali Akbar. As I said, unfortunately, we don't have enough knowledge about this great person in Islam. Ali Akbar and his position is like an imam. But because he used to live in the time of Imam Hussein, so nobody knows his knowledge and his personality and his attributes. But it is enough to say that when in the day of Ashura, Ali Akbar went to the ground of Karbala to have some jihad fi sabilillah, Imam Hussein says, it's a very famous hadith from Imam Hussein, that, oh Allah, I have sent to these people the most likely to Rasulullah, a person like Ali Akbar. He is like Rasulullah. Whenever we want to see Rasulullah, we see him. Whenever we want to talk to Rasulullah, we talk to Ali Akbar. Whenever we want to watch the face of Rasulullah, we watch the face of Ali Akbar. These are the points of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is ma'soom. And he says Ali Akbar is like Rasulullah. And it is enough to say about the greatness of these Hazrat Ali Akbar, that from the time of his Shahada, to the Yawm al-Qiyamah, all the time when you recite Ziyarat Ashura, besides the name of Imam Hussein, you have to mention name of Ali Akbar. Tonight you recite it. Everybody knows that. When you say Assalamu ala al-Hussein, and then wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein. And then you say ala awlad al-Hussein. So first you mention the name of Imam Hussein, and then Ali Akbar, and then you say the children and the awlad of Imam Hussein and ashab and friends, companions of Imam Hussein. So he is besides Imam Hussein. You just mention his name, and just his name specifically. Ali ibn al-Hussein. Yes, question? I'm explaining that. We have Riwaya. Riwaya, yes. Riwaya says this Ali ibn al-Hussein means Ali Akbar. But the other Alis, you are including in Awlad al-Hussein. When you say Awlad al-Hussein, okay, it includes other children of Imam Hussein. But specifically you mention the name of Ali Akbar. It shows the greatness and the position of Ali Akbar among Shuhada. Among Shuhada. So tonight belongs to him, and we hope, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us enough knowledge and insight about Ali Akbar, and give us tawfiq to follow his way in our life, inshallah. Recite a whole salawat. Now, the day of the youth, Ruz Javan, I think this is the best opportunity for us to sit together and talk about the youth, our youth, the youth of this ummah, Javanan in ummat. And how should be the relationship between the youth and the other side? When I say the other side, I mean parents, teachers, leaders of the community, one side, and the other side is the youth, Javanan va Digaran. How should be the relationship between these two groups? Of course, there are some duties, there are some responsibilities for both. And I just want to mention some challenges, بعضی چالش‌ها. The first challenge here is the gap of generation. Because the youth, they think that they belong to the future, and the other side belong to the past. The all old generation, and the youth are the new generation. So old and new. All the time there is a fight between old and new. Tradition and modernization, for example. Past and future. How can we fill this gap? Some people, we know that some people all the time they are living in the past. تو گذشته ها زندگی میکنند. All the time they say, okay, what happened yesterday? Why did I do this last week? Why did I say this last month? What happened in the time of my celebration? What happened, for example, 2 years ago when I visited my relatives in Iran, for example, or in Iraq or in Pakistan, all the time they are talking about the past. And some people just think about their future. So how can we solve this problem? Imam Ali alayhi salam solved this. He says, ما فات مضى و ما سيأتيك فأين واغتنم الفرصة بين العدمين. If you know Arabic, it's a very beautiful sentence. ما فات مضى و ما سيأتيك فأين واغتنم الفرصة بين العدمين. Imam alayhi salam says, whatever past is past. Is nothing now. Past. ما فات مضى. And whatever is going to come, still it is nothing. It will come tomorrow or next week. But now is nothing. So you have to think about present time. So you have to forget the past. Past is nothing, Adam. And the future, which is not here now, is Adam, is nothing. You just think about. So both sides, the old side, the new side, should think about their present situation. This is the first challenge that we have today. The youth, their understanding, their wishes, their decisions are totally different with the old people. We have to honor them. Mostly, the youth are the people of logic. Mostly, they are the people of logic, mantiq, istidlal, argumentation. But some other people, they think about the experiences. They think about what happened in the past. خیلی وقتا تقلید، خیلی وقتا دنبال روی. But the youth say no, logic, philosophy. Why should I do this? Why should I do that? The question that this young man raised, why we have to say like this? It's a very good point. All the time they are looking for the reason and rationality, aqlaniyat. And this is good. We have to respect. Another challenge is the challenge of beliefs and understandings. Their belief has been constructed in a special situation. If they want to believe in something, they have to be convinced. They have to be argued. You cannot say, okay, just you believe in this, just you accept this because I say that. This is not acceptable for them. Mom says to her daughter, okay, you do this or you do that because I tell you, because I'm your mom. No, you have to explain. You have to show them, you have to give them a good reason for that. A logical reason. The youth are full of energy. The youth, all the time, they are looking and they are working for new situation, to find new opportunities. The old generation, most of the time, they are satisfied with whatever they have. راضية. They are happy with whatever they have. But the youth, no. They are not satisfied. They don't stop. All the time they are looking for new things, new situation, new opportunities. If we understand this point, okay, we can work together. If we don't understand, there's a big fight. Big fight. Because he is thinking about tomorrow, but you are thinking about yesterday. So you cannot work together. You are still working for your yesterday, but he is thinking about tomorrow. So you have to come together and understand each other. Another challenge, which is I think the most important challenge, is this one. Mostly the parents or the leaders of community or teachers, whatever. As I said, on one side we have parents, teachers, leaders of community. On the other side we have the youth. Most of the time, this side, they think that they are the role models for new generation. And they try to impose and show them by force that, okay, I am your role model. I'm your mom. So you have to look, whatever I do, you have to do that. Is it okay? According to Islam, is it acceptable that some people, parents, teachers, leaders, imam, whatever, they impose by force, they say, okay, we are your role model. You have to follow me. And in many cases, you don't say anything, but your behavior shows that. Your behavior shows that. Okay, you have to follow me. You have to love whatever I love. You have to wish whatever I wish. You have to decide whatever I decide. Sometimes we say directly, but sometimes under some, is it okay or not? Is it acceptable? Okay, being role model is okay. Of course, in Islam, there are many ahadith that parents should be the role model, the best role model for their children. But you have to play this role model in your action and behavior, not in your talk. In your action and your behavior. But amal, if some action is good and you want, you have to show them by your action, by your own action, not your talk. For example, if you want to say to your children that, okay, hijab is good, and you have to have hijab. If you do that, the mom, if you do the hijab, and your daughter see all the time that, alhamdulillah, my mom has hijab when she goes outside, and so step by step she learns, and she follow you and she accept you as a role model. But if the mom is not good in her hijab, she cannot say anything about hijab to her daughter. And our children, they watch our action before our words. اونها افعال ما را قبل از کلمات ما میبینند. It's a very beautiful point. Ulama says, and also psychologists said, the young generation, they first look at our action and our behavior before they hear our voice and our talk. So by action, we have to show them our, for example, role model or whatever. Another point that I want to mention, and just some points and some questions. Briefly, I have to say that these two generations, old and new, should talk to each other in a friendly manner. Friendly manner. They have to listen to each other in a calm situation. And there should be a consultation, not order. Consultation. We have hadith that when your child is young, he is or she is your wazir, not your abd. Very beautiful hadith. When he's young or she is young, she is your wazir. And you have to consult with him or her, not order him. Do this, do that. Don't say this, don't say that. Don't. This is ordering. But consult with him. What do you think? Is it good to say this thing at this situation or not? What is his opinion? Consulting with him, talking with him. He is your wazir. He is your assistant. معاون شماست، وزیر شماست. Sometimes he is your boss, if not all the time. چاره نیست. باید باسیتش رو قبول کنی. So we have to consult with him. مشورت کن. Mutual understanding is important. I have to understand his world. And he has to understand my world. Everybody, every human being in this meeting has his own or her own world. هر کس عالم خودش داره. My world is totally different with your world. عالم من 100% با عالم شما فرق میکنه. Your world is totally different with your friend world, parents, children. So, one way to solve the problem is that we have to understand each other's world. باید عالم و جهان همدیگر رو بشناسیم. Einstein says that there are many worlds. There is not only one world, there are many worlds. And the Holy Quran says also, in the first hour of Surah Hamd, you say, what? Surah Hamd. Alhamdu. Everybody knows that. Alhamdu Lillahi Rabbil Alameen. Not one alam, not one world. Alameen. 1400 years ago, the Holy Quran says, Alameen. What is this Alameen? At that time, nobody knows that. Alamin, Jahanha. So they have to understand each other. So first, mutual understanding. Second, mutual respect. Okay, I know that my world is different with his world. So I have to respect. I have to respect. So mutual respect is the second step. And the third step is mutual trust. Let him decide about his own future. It's important. Let him or let her decide about her own future. بذاریم خودش راجع به آینده خودش تصمیم بگیره. Trust him. Respect him. And finally, there should be a cooperation, co-working between these two generations, between old and new. So if we, inshallah, we do this, we can solve the challenges and we can have a best and a good atmosphere at home, in our family, in our community, inshallah. Any point that you want to add or comment or question؟ اگر نکته‌ای هست بفهمید که ما هم استفاده کنیم. یک طرفه نباشه بحث ما. بحث مهمی است. شما اگر تجربه‌ای دارید، بیانی دارید. If you have any point, yes, sister, please. بفرما. A little bit, yes. Speaker. بذارید بلنگو رو خدمتتون بیارم. Sorry, because بدید که بسیار. Yes. علیکم السلام و رحمت الله.
So you said that Muawiyah said something good when he was talking about Ali Asghar. Why did he say good things? Like, was it just because he was so impressed by the personality, or was there some other agenda he had?
You mean Ali Akbar or Ali Asghar? Ali Akbar.
Ali Akbar.
You said about the point, the words of Imam Hussein?
No, the words about Muawiyah that you said that.
I see. Actually, I don't remember what happened next, because just the people and his friend asked him why you say Ali Akbar is the best one, is the best candidate for example, to become Khalifa after Muawiyah and after Imam Hussein, both. They just ask him why, and he explains about the fada'il and about the personality of Ali Akbar, about his knowledge. Muawiyah says Ali Akbar has great knowledge because he got knowledge from his father Imam Hussein and his uncle Hazrat Imam Hassan Mujtaba. Uncle میشه دیگه برای عمو. So just Muawiyah explained about this. Maybe he has some plans in his mind, we don't know, but the point that I wanted to mention here, because I said Muawiyah is enemy, dushmane. He is not friend of Imam Hussein, he is not friend of Ali Akbar. But he, as an enemy, says something like this about Imam Ali Akbar. So it means that Ali Akbar, his greatness, his knowledge, his wilaya is very important. Yes. Yes, please. علیکم السلام. شما صداتون بلنده. خوبه میرس. سلام علیکم. بفرمایید. احسنت.
I just want to share and see your thought about it. So, could it be that Muawiyah, like the reason that he said this. So we know that if somebody is not following the truth, but doesn't really understand the truth or doesn't really know the truth, that person is a jahil. So actually, it's not that, like, he's not committing that much of a bad deed. But for example, Satan knows Allah is here, knows what's the command of Allah, knows, for example, Adam is worthy of prostration, but he still doesn't do it. So Muawiyah, in the same context, knows that Ali Akbar is actually worthy to be the next leader, but knowing the truth, now he's not a jahil anymore.
This is jahl murakkab.
Exactly.
MashaAllah, ahsantu. This is jahl murakkab, and it is worse than jahil. Because jahil, somebody doesn't know anything. And you can say, explain something to him, and he accept that. But if somebody has jahl murakkab, this complicated jahl, complicated ignorance, so you never be able to awake him. کسی خواب باشه، کسی خودشو به خوابی زده باشه. کسی که خودشو به خوابی زده به انگلیسی چی میشه؟ شما که علمای قوم هستید، کسی که خواب sleep تمام. اما کسی که خودشو به خوابی زده، این مشکله. احسنت. So you never be able to awake him. Yes, you are right. خب سومین سوال رو هم جواب بدیم و the next and last question. بدید بلندگوی خدمت آقا. آفرین آفرین.
Assalamu alaikum.
علیکم السلام و رحمت الله.
Just to elaborate on the point, Sayyid, you said regarding Imam Hussein alayhi salam, when he said, even if I had 100 children, I would name each one of them is Ali. I think it's not just the love of Hussein toward his father Imam Ali, which is natural, but also there was an attempt by Muawiyah and Bani Umayyah to eliminate even the name of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And there's a very famous encounter between Ibn Abbas and Muawiyah when he said, oh, you had a son? He said, yeah. He said, what did you name him? He said, Ali. Oh, good. And what's his kunya? He said, Abul Hasan. I said, there's no way. You have to choose between Ali and Abul Hasan, so you want to emphasize the existence of this person? He said, you have to choose. He said, well, there's no way I change his name now. He's well known by name Ali, so I have to change his kunya, so I'm not going to call him Abul Hasan. So I think that was part of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam to insist on the name of Ali to perpetuate his existence.
As you know, for about 100 years after Muawiyah, from the time of Muawiyah until the time of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, about 100 years, it was prohibited for any to name his son as Ali or to mention any riwayah and hadith about Imam Ali alayhi salam for 100 years. And on Minbar, Muawiyah said, all khutaba and khatib, lecturer, the day of Jum'ah and other days, they have to curse, na'udhu billah, Ali ibn Abi Talib. For 100 years. After 100 years, the time of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, with a very beautiful story, he was able to remove this sunnat sayyi'ah. So there is something like a story, like a joke. In the time of Hajjaj, in the time of Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Saqafi was the ruler of Kufa. And he killed many Shia followers of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And whoever his name was Murtaza or Ali or Abul Hasan, whatever, they bring to Hajjaj and say, okay, why you have this name? So you are the follower of Ali, kill him. Many. One day, one person, they bring him to Hajjaj and say, okay, what's your name? And he says, okay, oh Hajjaj, let me give you something before I say my name. Yes, what is that? He says, my father and my mother, اینا مرا آق کردن. آق کردن به انگلیسی خیلی سخت گفتنش. کرس فقط دشمنی. خیلی خوب، لعنت کردن اینا هست. disown. این باز بهتره. He said, okay, my father, and because they disown me and because they hate me, they put name Ali on me. برای اینکه مرا آق کردن، میخواستن مرا زجر بدن و لعنت کنن، شر رو، این نام بد رو من گذاشتم. So حجاج left and said, okay, free him. بلش کنید. این شیعه علی نیست. این معلومه که خیلی ضد علیه. So, and in the history, after a while, that person was one of the terrorists at that time, and Khawarij, and he killed many people. This Ali آق شده خلاصه. So it was prohibited. And if they find that somebody, if you see that in the history, some Shi'ayan, their name is, for example, Abu Bakr, some name Osman or Muawiyah, because of this problem. Even you see that some sons of Ahlul Bayt, their name is Osman or Omar, because this problem. At that time, it was very critical time. If they put name of Rasulullah or Ali or Fatima, whatever, they would have been killed. واقعا همچین مشکلاتی بود. He is right. And Imam Hussein wanted to announce to the whole history that, okay, the name of Ali is a name of barakah, a holy name. You put this name on your sons. You put the name of Muhammad in your sons. And Alhamdulillah, today, the most people, the most accepted and named people and sons and men in the world is Muhammad. Some years ago, it was only in England. فقط در انگلستان عالی ترین بالاترین نام محمد. الان در جهان in the whole world بیشترین نام پسر الان محمد است در کل عالم. یریدون لیطفئوا نور الله بافواههم والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين وعلى زوار الحسين وعلى عشاق الحسين جمیعا و رحمت الله و برکاته. برای اینکه آماده بشیم آقای حاج حسن آقا ما رو به فیض برسونند. شما میخونید؟ کی میخونه؟ آقا علیرضا. شما اینجا استعداد در نمیاد، پاشو بیا علیرضا. ماشاءالله جوان خوب. امشب شب شماست دیگه، شب شماست. یه صلوات بفرستید.